Welcome to this Star Wars short story. Sit back, relax and don't forget to subscribe for more Star Wars content. What if Padme Amidala survived? A Star Wars alternate timeline. Prologue, The Choice. On Mustafar, as Darth Vader kneels beside Padme Amidala's unconscious body, something within him, something deeply buried, fights back against the dark side. In this timeline, the spark of Anakin Skywalker's love is not completely extinguished. When Emperor Palpatine arrives, Vader hesitates to follow him. He chooses instead to flee with Padme aboard her Nubian cruiser, leaving the Sith Lord without his apprentice. Sidious is enraged, but he has contingencies. Padme survives. The medical droids stabilize her. She awakens weeks later, hidden in a remote rebel-aligned system, weak and heartbroken, but alive. She holds in her arms her newborn twins, Luke and Leia. Anakin, disfigured and scarred, hides in the shadows of the Outer Rim, not as Vader, but no longer fully Skywalker either. Ashamed, he cannot face Padme or his children. He vanishes into exile. Episode 1, The Phantom Resistance. 20 BBY. With Padme's survival comes a ripple across the galaxy. Bail Organa and Mon Mothma bring her into the fold earlier than planned, forming a fragile early alliance to restore the Republic decades ahead of schedule. Padme, a symbol of hope and tragedy, becomes a secret leader in the shadows. Her name is whispered among freedom fighters, but she is believed dead by the Empire. Meanwhile, Palpatine replaces Anakin with a new apprentice, one twisted and cruel, Darth Malvox, an ex-Inquisitor obsessed with wiping out Force sensitives. The Jedi Purge proceeds, but many more Jedi survive than in the original timeline. Young Leia and Luke are raised in secret, Leia with Bail and Breha on Alderaan, and Luke on Naboo, close to his mother. But Padme keeps Luke hidden even from her allies, afraid of what Anakin's legacy might mean. Episode 2, Shadows of the Past. 10 BBY. Luke, now 15, is clever, impulsive, and haunted by dreams of a father he never knew. Padme finally tells him the truth, that his father was Anakin Skywalker, the hero of the Clone Wars, and also Darth Vader. Conflicted, Luke begins training in secret with Jedi survivors, among them, Quinlan Vos and Shaak Ti, who guide him cautiously. Leia, meanwhile, excels in diplomacy and espionage, becoming a rising star within the underground resistance. But Sidious learns that Padme may be alive. Darth Malvox begins a galaxy-wide hunt. He raids old separatist holdouts, burning worlds. He interrogates clones. He even turns on fellow Inquisitors. He finally tracks the resistance to Naboo. In a dramatic battle, Padme is forced to reveal herself. Luke ignites a lightsaber for the first time to protect her. Naboo rises in rebellion, but the Empire responds with overwhelming force. Thousands die. Theed is bombed. Padme is nearly killed, saved only by a mysterious hooded figure wielding a blue lightsaber, Anakin Skywalker. Episode 3, The Exile Returns. 8 BBY. Anakin, disfigured, worn, broken, has returned. He does not seek redemption but vengeance against Sidious, who twisted his destiny. He pleads with Padme and the Alliance to join him in killing the Emperor. But few trust him. Leia despises him. Luke is torn. Eventually, a small team agrees to a desperate mission, infiltrate the Spire, a secret Sith temple orbiting Korriban. There, Sidious prepares a Sith ritual to anchor his essence beyond death. The team, Padme, Luke, Leia, Anakin, and a few trusted Jedi. Inside the Spire, they confront Sidious and Malvox. A brutal battle ensues. Malvox strikes down Shaak Ti and turns Luke to the dark side momentarily by revealing visions of a galactic war Luke causes in the future. But it is Padme, unarmed, who walks into the ritual chamber and speaks to her former husband. Not Anakin. Sidious. She reminds him of who he once was, Chief Palpatine, the Naboo senator who once claimed to love his people. She calls out the child he once was on Naboo, broken by war and corruption. For a flicker, the Sith ritual falters. In that moment, Anakin and Luke strike together, killing Malvox. Anakin sacrifices himself to destroy Sidious, shielding Luke and Leia with the Force. The spire collapses. Episode 4, A New Light. 5 BBY. With the Emperor dead and the Sith ritual broken, the Empire fractures. Without Vader, without Sidious, the remnants splinter into warlord factions. The early rebellion becomes a growing republic in exile, rallying systems to its banner. Padme, older and grayer, serves as chancellor of this new republic. Leia becomes its voice. Luke, now a Jedi Knight, reforms the Order not as the old Jedi, but something new, a balance between passion and peace, emotion and serenity. The twins never fully forgive their father. But they honor him. Somewhere in the forests of Naboo, beneath the whispering trees, a stone marks a grave. Anakin Skywalker. He was not lost. He was found. Chapter 5, Embers of the Empire. 5 BBY, Outer Rim, Dara System. The stars were silent, cold, and watching. A derelict Star Destroyer drifted in orbit above Dara 4, its engines gutted, its hull blackened from battle scars. Below, the ash-streaked world flickered with distant firestorms, faint remnants of a failed Imperial purge. The Empire was dying, but like any wounded predator, it lashed out blindly in its final throes. From the bridge of a stolen freighter, Leia Organa stared at the ruins in orbit, her hands folded behind her back, wrapped in a long, slate-gray cloak stitched with the Alderaanian crest. "Scan it again," she said. The pilot, an ex-Imperial named Kavik Tan, glanced back. Still no sign of life aboard. No beacon. No response codes. Leia frowned. The Vigilance was carrying something when it went dark. "We need to know what it was." Kavik tapped a few controls. "If there's a signal, it's buried under interference. Could be a black box. Could be a trap." Leia turned. "Good. Then we're in the right place." Interior, derelict Star Destroyer, command deck. Boarding the Vigilance was like walking into a tomb. Leia led a small team, Kavik, 2 rebel scouts, and a lean, weathered woman in dark robes, Jedi Master Tira Moral, one of Luke's first students and his most trusted emissary. Lights flickered in the halls. Stormtrooper bodies lay slumped against walls, blaster marks sprayed across the durasteel. The air smelled of ozone and decay. "Whoever did this didn't leave survivors," Tira whispered. Chapter 6, Black Nebula. Leia approached the command throne. Its leather was scorched. Beside it, a console still glowed dimly. She accessed the logs. Encrypted data block, Vault 797. Status, transfer incomplete. Asset, Project Harrow, biosubject, location, unknown. Leia's heart skipped. Harrow. I've seen that name in the old Inquisitor files. Tira's brow furrowed. It's a resurrection program. A contingency. Leia stared at the screen, then looked toward the viewport. The fires of Dara 4 glowed below like coals. Palpatine may be dead. But his shadow isn't. Scene shift, Naboo, Varakino retreat. The wind carried whispers across the lake. A familiar wind, gentle and warm. Luke Skywalker sat on the steps of the old lake house, legs folded, eyes closed, the twin blades of his lightsaber resting on his knees. He was older now, more solemn. His hair had grown out in loose waves. His face bore a faint scar beneath the eye, a gift from Malvox, years ago. He opened his eyes slowly. "You're troubled," said Padme, emerging from the veranda with a datapad in hand. Luke smiled faintly. "Leia found something. A project the Empire never finished. Something called Harrow." Padme sat beside him. "I thought with the Emperor gone, So did I, Luke said. But the Force is restless again. Not dark, not light. Just unbalanced. Padme placed her hand on his. Your father believed balance could be restored. Luke turned to her. He also believed he was the one who'd do it. Padme nodded slowly. Maybe he was wrong. Maybe you are. Scene shift, unknown region, Black Nebula, the cradle. A new threat was awakening. In the cold beyond known space, a secret facility drifted within a swirling black nebula. At its center lay the cradle, a bioforge of ancient Sith design repurposed by Imperial science. Inside, suspended in a vat of crimson fluid, a genetically engineered Force-sensitive hybrid twitched awake. His eyes opened. Yellow-ringed and unnatural. A technician bowed before a figure clad in dark crimson robes, half organic, half machine. My lady, the tech whispered, Subject Harrow is awakening. The woman turned. Her voice was cold as steel. Then the Empire is not dead. Only dreaming. Her name was Viserys Corvain, the last Inquisitor, self-proclaimed heir to the Sith. She stepped forward, placing her hand on the tank. Inside, Project Harrow looked back at her, a being of both Skywalker and Sith blood, grown from stolen cells. Soon, Corvain whispered, you will burn their legacy from the stars. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this Star Wars What If story. Would you want to hear how this story develops, or if you have any other stories Iku would like, let me know in the comments. Finally, don't forget to subscribe for more Star Wars content.